Good afternoon and welcome to Sahara TV. I have here with me the partners actually who are bringing for the second time Mr. Africa Pageant USA, Miss Clarisse Mefotso and Bertini. Okay, so now Bertini is actually the founder and also the founder of Fabo Foundation, which is an organization for the deaf kids out in Cameroon. And Ms. Mefotso is the founder and CEO of Africa Hope Committee, an organization based out here in Harlem. So you came together to do this Mr. Africa pageant, and this is going to be the second year since its inception. Can you tell us briefly how this idea came about and why you decided to do that? We'll start with you, Bertini.
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me here today, SaharaTV. And the idea of Mr. Africa came in, the idea that came in was the Fabo Foundation, which was for my younger brother is a deaf kid. My immediate brother is deaf. So back then, we couldn't communicate. So I feel bad when I go back home and I'm telling about America and then to the family, but he's sitting there, he doesn't understand anything. I have to learn the sign language. So I decided when I came back here and I said I need to do something about that because I feel very bad about my brother and his friend, because when he comes out with his friend. So when I came back in the state, I decided to create an organization. So means that I needed some help to do that. I couldn't do it by myself. So
okay, so this is when you approached
Clarisse, and I discussed that with Clarisse, and then together we said we have to do something to generate money.
I'll ask you, Clarisse, this is to empower young African men. And how then did you come in and also decide to chip in? How's your contribution?
First, I want to say thank you to SaharaTV to bring us here to really introduce these pertinent issues affecting the disabled population, you know, the deaf population. And Bertini is a partner of Mr. Africa and the Fabo Foundation, so we work together. And this came about when Bertini has always been part of African Hope Committee, which I'm the founder of it since day one.
That's correct.
So he knew he understands the social, you know, implementations and impact, you know, that really affect the African people. And I was very happy and proud, you know, when he approached me with the Fabo Foundation. And one of the things that came in mind, since he always spoke about his brother that is deaf, was to maybe create this Mr. Africa event that will help, you know, empower other men. Okay,
so now Bertini, we know that you also took part in the America's Next Top Model with is it
yes, yeah, because with Tyra Banks in 2005.
And you also have your line, your line called Bertini.
The Bertini collection, check it out.
So in that line, you decided, okay, let me drag in some men and African men.
African men.
So now there's always a stigma about African men parading on stage, you know, and showing fashion. It's really almost not heard of. The women, yes. So what kind of problems did you have to go through trying to convince the men here in New York to say that it's okay, you know, to be able to do this kind of thing?
First of all, this is 2014. This is 21st century. So I believe we should be supposed to change. Our mind's supposed to be changed. And then this is America. And I mean, it's like, it's a stigma in this state, but to convince, that was a challenge to bring African men into the competition was really challenging because they're not used to this kind of event, African men in America. So, but we have to tell them that it's a matter of advocates. It's a matter of giving back. It's a big problem because when you tell them, they don't believe it's brain is giving back to our. It's trying to bridge them. To bridge them because it's about ambition. About we want men. Don't men who has a good body. Africans are good looking. We want men who have an ambition, which we can be ambassadors. Who can advocate, who can come and learn and bring it back home and change some people. Those are the kind of men we want at Mr. Africa USA.
Okay, so here it says that the contestants of Mr. Africa Pageant will compete in categories of leadership, empowerment, cultural expression, and beach boy swimsuit. So maybe, Clarisse, you'd like to pick one maybe about leadership empowerment? Like what do you expect of these men?
First of all, before we even take them on stage the day of the Mr. Africa, we host several orientation with them. So where we get to really present and showcase, you know, their talent.
Right.
And that alone really empowered them. Because we're there to guide them, to advise them, and to tell them what to do, so that when they come on stage, they're very prepared. And from my experience of last year, I think that it went very well. When they went on stage, you can see very empowered men that felt very confident. They all spoke very well. I mean, for me, they were all winners.
Okay, so last year, Bertini, how many contestants did you have?
We had 15, and Beach Boy, by the way, is optional. It's optional right. Because you find a lot of guys who are very tied into their culture that don't want to show the body is optional. Right. So we find some Muslim guys who were there that couldn't do it. Last year was very challenging in terms of we were doing it.
I actually saw in an interview of the winner, Sustain, and he speaks about not doing
he
that.
didn't do that, exactly. The winner did not do that. Sustain did not do the Beach Boy competition.
Okay, so now can you basically break us down on how the competition is going to go, so we can at least get a picture of what it is that these guys will be doing?
The competition, the guy is going to be judged, first of all, by their platform. So Clarisse and I, we always have like a meeting. It's called meet and greet that we're gonna have like next week. We all the guys. We're gonna tell them what the competition is all about. So if you can do this, you can do it. You can do it. We have to know what you can do and what you cannot do. Right. We will help you on your platform. We have to we have to judge on your platform. How do you like the winner last year was education, and Mr. Cameroon was sitting there, had orphans. So for them tomorrow to be able to have an organization about orphans, so we empower them.
So they come in with an own idea of how they can help out society.
Yes, help the society. That's what So we're going to see that, and tomorrow if Sustain come and say, I want to help the education in Burkina Faso, they know he has a title. He was Mr. Africa, and then we as Mr. Africa, we're going to support, help him fundraise for his own organization, his own platform.
So can you just give us the details?
Thank you, SaharaTV, for inviting here today. We're really inviting you to come and support us. This is Mr. Africa USA 2014 pageant happening right here in New York. This is a great cause, and we are looking forward to have you all at this event. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and also you can reach us on www.mrafricausa.org. The event going to be at the National Black Theater in Harlem, 125th Street. So we all see you guys there. You take the ABC, all train gets you to the National Black Theater. Tickets are online on eventbrite.com. $80 VIP and $50 regular. See you there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So we're obviously going to see you at this Mr. Africa Pageant 2014. You've already stated the dates, the place, and the time. So this is Fungai Maborake, SaharaTV. Thank you.